Welcome everybody to the Bunch of Goofs podcast. Here's our host, Agent Faja Gamer, and his co-hosts, Audacia and Hey I'm Chef. And together they are the Bunch of Goofs.
Well, hey there, everybody. I just wanted to remind y'all that Bunch of Goofs is recorded in front of a live audience during a live cast on Twitch.
Okay, we're here. Alrighty then, hello everybody and welcome to our Monday's Bunch of Goofs livecast podcast, where we talk about whatever the fuck we want. Appreciate y'all being here. Of course, we have Chef and we have Oda here, and the Goofs are all together again. Being the creepy one here, of course. Now,
So, how's the new camera working?
it looks great, dude. So y'all know, Oda here has a new camera and has recently begun starting to post on TikTok and starting to stream on Twitch as well as post on YouTube. Check him out.
Yeah, I've also finally started the progress of the insanity that I want to do.
Mm-hmm. Which is Final Fantasy, right?
Final Fantasy 1 through 10.
Yeah! For those of you who want to experience that journey, you definitely need to join him for that one. It's going to be a long one, for sure.
Yeah, definitely gonna be a long one.
Especially saying I'm still debating whether I should 100% 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Oh God, no!
Don't try to 100% those, dude.
Don't do 100% streams. Hell no.
Okay, actually no, those would be those would be heavily edited videos.
Okay.
Okay.
Because that's a lot.
I would stew the story and make a save file, and then come back to that save file to do the 100%.
There is only one game I have ever 100%ed on stream. And that was Maneater. Before they released the DLC. And then I went back and I had I think I 100%ed the DLC.
7 took me over 120 hours to 100%.
Okay, to be fair, 7 and 8 are easy in their execution. It's the amount of travel and time it takes to get to the point A to B to get that 100% that takes for fucking ever.
30 hours of chocobos.
Yeah.
30 hours.
Aren't the chocobos all random as well?
There actually is a table that gives you a better method to chocobo breeding, so it makes it easier.
Yeah, no, I use the full guide. I'm not gonna lie. If you are 100% blind, you're not 100%ing.
You're not. Especially when it comes to games like 7 and 8, where, you know, Squaresoft, at the time when they were known as Squaresoft, brought back their wonderful, wonderful little shtick where they hid crap in the most obscure-ass fucking places of the map.
I'm not gonna lie, I like their name better as Square Enix.
Yeah? You know why that happened, right?
I used to. I can't think right now because stress headache.
Which one of us is going? Final Fantasy Spirit Within. That movie bankrupted Squaresoft.
So they needed someone to bankroll them. And who was that? Enix Studios.
Because they literally spent 4 times what they made on that movie. It was cutting edge for the time, beautifully done, but they spent like 4 times the amount of money they made because the story was nowhere near worth that much money.
Nope. Well, okay, to be fair, the 3D graphics they brought to the screen at the time were groundbreaking and set the stage for a lot of what DreamWorks Studios did as well as Paramount Studios did in the future.
Yeah, they literally broke their bank pioneering CGI movies.
And then they had to have someone else pay them.
Final Fantasies are not meant to... Speed running a Final Fantasy is not playing a Final Fantasy.
Well, because...
I want to get into speed running Mario runs just for the shit of it.
Wait, like original Mario?
Yeah.
Okay. You should.
I mean, I've already decided if I come back, it's gonna be retro games.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I know. I definitely do not do speedruns. The last time I tried to do a speedrun, I was trying to get good with Mega Man X. That didn't go well.
Last speed run I did was Sonic and Knuckles on the 360.
Ooh.
Recorded into the 360. You want to talk about a bitch to speed run?
I have never been able to. One, I have actually gotten 100. I did the 100%. I actually got all of the ultimate weapons.
Yeah.
I just getting all of the ultimate weapons killed my desire to play the game, so I didn't beat the super boss. So do you two like Final Fantasy?
Yes.
Like, I have no problem watching you play Final Fantasy because A, I'm supporting you, and B, I like the original, like 1, 2, and 3, roughly when I stopped paying attention to it. And then when I came back to it, but when I came back to Final Fantasy like years later, the dialogue was like going to an AA meeting. All the super positive, we can do it, guys, with the power of friendship because we believe in the heart of the cards.
What game are you playing?
It was one of the newer ones.
I'm gonna guess that it was 10-2.
I don't know. It was the one with the kid who, like, the chick and the kid get separated from the rest of the group, and then they all kind of, like, come together at the end, and the one dude is the guy who led to his mom being killed.
13-2?
I think so.
Oh.
That kid just annoyed the living shit out of me.
Wait a minute. 13-2 you thought was too bubbly and cheery was how it ended?
I never got to the end.
Yeah, it was beyond tragic.
Again, though, so I have that problem with a lot of, like, I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but for me, Final Fantasy feels a lot like a JRPG.
It is a JRPG.
It's a JRPG.
I know, but it feels like the super cartoony, like, super, like, I'm waiting for somebody to break out in a ooh woo kind of shit to me.
Okay.
Like, you gotta remember.
No, I get what you're going from.
My style of gaming is the dark and grungy, like, the Call of Duty World at War through Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops 2.
Would you like a truly dark and gritty one then? Oh wait, they don't have a freaking good port of the game.
Yeah, you have to have a PlayStation to play it.
No, Final Fantasy Tactics?
Oh.
That is a messed up story.
Well, I mean, like, again, my style of gameplay: Halo, Call of Duty, Gears of War. Gears of War is like,
Yeah, no, he's not an RPG player.
Oh, I kind of figured that, but like as Guys of Fate say, I feel like you haven't played Final Fantasy because most of the Final Fantasy stories, the 1, 2, and 3, I think are the bubbliest of the endings.
I'm sorry, what?
Again,
1, 2, and 3 take place in apocalypse worlds.
But they get better at the end.
They're still dead worlds.
and again, I'm not talking about the storyline and everything. I'm talking about the actual dialogue.
Right.
Also, they fixed the translation problems. Like Pixel Remaster fixed so much of the translation mistakes they made.
Okay.
Because the NES ports were horrid. Half the games have the world dying.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, no, all of them do, really, except for... Give me a second, okay? I'm thinking. Alright, fine. They're all dead, dying worlds, okay?
I mean, again, I like more that Gears of War style of storytelling.
Okay.
I think you just prefer a much faster way of getting the story.
Yes,
It's a more action paced.
I'm not a turn-based person.
You would like Dirge of Cerberus for the PlayStation 2.
Ooh.
It's a first-person shooting game where you play as Vincent Valentine from 7.
Technically, 8 is a thriving world, just some fascism and child soldiers around. But yeah, but a lot of places that you go through in 8 are kind of wastelandy. I mean, granted, you are in a desert area, but you don't see a lot of the life in 8 until you get into, like, near end game.
The apocalypse happens during 8.
Yes.
And also, Dirge isn't the best video game. I am gonna say that, but it is the only one that is chef style.
Well, you know what? If we're talking retro RPGs and stuff like that, you know what game series I did love, especially when they brought it to the Xbox? The Gauntlet.
Gauntlet Legends?
Gauntlet Legends. There's like 4 that were on the Xbox.
Oh, fuck yeah. Gauntlet games were a lot of
seen
fun.
it.
You've never played the Gauntlet games?
Yeah, but the best Gauntlet games, the Gauntlet games started as a stand-up machine in arcades.
They were like one of the first like dungeon crawling MOBA style arcade games ever created.
Okay, do you think I had the money for the quarters?
Penny arcades, dude. That's where I got them.
I mean,
No, penny arcades existed near me.
You were old enough. You're probably picking up the glass bottles and shit and turning them in for recycling, and trying to get a dog out of a magazine.
Nope.
So that way you can have some hounds for hunting, and they save your life from a mountain lion. And
What the fuck, dude? This isn't the Wild West.
that's where the Redford grows.
Oh.
I thought that's also kind of the storyline of Old Yeller too.
Kind of, sort of, but where the Redford grows, in my opinion, is a lot more tragic. I own a copy of the book, and I have not been able to finish that copy of that book since.
I do have a question for you, good sir. How old do you think a retro game is? What systems?
The newest game I will put on retro is 360. Sir, the 360 was 12, 15 years ago?
PS2.
Which is
The generation before it.
right before it, yeah.
And there's only one, and that's only one game, and I don't really think it's retro. To me, if it's before voice acting, basically PlayStation 1 and back, that's more the retro style games because it's mostly text based.
See, that's
I'm gonna break you there because voice acting started in the Super Nintendo era.
No, I'm talking about prevalent like it is in Final. I'm specifically talking like Final Fantasy.
Super Nintendo era.
What game?
Tales of Fantasia, Star Ocean, all of these created by Squaresoft, had voice acting.
Oh yeah, Brave Fencer Musashi had that, didn't it? There's a game they should. You know what? I want to say Square, please do a port of Brave Fencer, but after what they did
No.
to Chrono Cross,
what I
completely made one of my favorite games unplayable.
You know what game I want them to remaster? Just change nothing.
Okay.
Change absolutely nothing, but fucking remaster it to today's graphics.
Star Fox.
Star Fox 64. Star Fox 64.
I would be
The best Star
so
Fox
down.
game.
So down to play Star Fox 64 with updated graphics, but same fucking everything.
Could you imagine if they opened up the multiplayer to online?
Oh man.
Oh my god.
I would fucking die.
Like when it came to aerial combat, Star Fox 64 had it down really well. For an older game, god damn it.
Oh yeah, and also it was like one of the best horrible graphics games ever.
I love when they popped up in the bottom corner under the comms and they were talking and it was just like a Muppet just bah, 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 bah.
He had Peppy come out of nowhere. Do a barrel roll!
Peppy. Oh my god, especially Peppy in the fucking frog.
Dude, Slappy was awesome! Slippy.
Anybody who plays that freaking frog and says do a barrel roll, all the teammates are gonna turn and shoot him.
Well, first off, the frog doesn't say do a barrel roll. That
It's
is
Peppy.
That's the rabbit. Come on, Fox, do a barrel roll.
Oh no, the frog was always asking for help.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you had Falco's fucking arrogant ass, which is why.
I just thought of something you could do that would totally make Chef hate that game.
What?
Replace some of the dialogue with "Hey, listen."
Use the voice actress for Navi and use them for Slippy. Fuck that.
Yeah, the best part is you have it be like a pay for unlock. So you know somebody actually spent $20 to irritate you.
No. See what I want. I know we were talking about it. I don't remember doing it on Goofs last week, but that trend going around TikTok that's already starting to die out. The what sound from video games haunts you to this day?
Uh-huh.
I want to do the fucking low HP from Star Fox.
Oh, God.
What
Dude.
do you think is worse, the low HP from Star Fox or the low HP from Zelda Link to the Past?
Or low HP from Pokemon. Fuck, that shit's annoying.
Or the low HP from the very first Final Fantasy.
Oh god. They're all so hard to fucking pick.
Oh, yeah, no. Data should remain as such.
What was it?
Oh, man. The death sound from Earthworm Jim.
Ah! I haven't thought of that sound in fucking forever. I fucking miss that game. They need to port it back.
I know. They're not, with all the bullshit that's going on right now, they're not gonna.
I know, I already told you.
I know, and I did research, and I cannot believe that that's where they went with it.
Remember the sound that Andros made in the final battle after you blew all of his skin off? And he was just the fucking giant robot?
Oh, man. It looked like Pac-Man flattened.
Oh, are you ready for probably the worst voice acting choice ever?
Huh.
Mega Man X.
Ooh.
So, I didn't play any Mega Mans past the Game Boy Advance.
Ooh.
It sounds like a little girl sucked helium. That's Mega Man X's voice.
It was bad. Okay, to be fair, when they remastered it and re-released it on PC, they fixed the voice acting.
Oh, thank God.
They did not use that weird-ass, 8-bit recording that they had of, I don't know, it seemed like it was probably a 5-year-old child.
So while we're on the subject of retro games, because that's where we fucking go.
Mm-hmm.
What series I wish they would remake, or at least the next game in the series, because I think they're still occasionally putting one out, but they need to go back to what they did for the Game Boy version or the N64 version, and that would be Bomberman.
Ooh. And none of that Bomberman 3D shit.
Well, I mean, the N64 version wasn't bad.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the one that came after that, the one that they released, I think, on the 360.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No, fuck that one.
Yeah,
I have a really good game that, you take the last game in the series, you delete it from existence, and then you go back to how the games were before that and make another game like it. Breath of Fire.
Ooh. Come on, dude. You had
Breath of Fire 5. That's 3 and 4. And that thing you made for the PlayStation 2, delete it from the collective knowledge of the universe, because that thing is just a hard existence.
Yeah, that one was great. And yes, I think it was in X6 and X5 where when they said X, it sounded like eggs. As for remaking the Pokemon games for the GameCube, yes.
Which Pokemon games were for the GameCube?
That would be That would be
Sorry.
what is it? Shadow of, is it Gale of Lugia or something? Shadow of Lugia. It was essentially games that were based around Pokemon that, yeah, it was Pokemon Coliseum and Gale of Darkness. Those were the two games.
Coliseum was so much
was
fun.
I mean, personally, I like Stadium better, and I liked Pokemon
No,
Stadium.
actually, no, Stadium. Sorry, Stadium. The one for N64?
Yes, Pokemon Stadium. And then Pokemon Stadium 2 as well was for N64.
Mm-hmm.
I played the first one because I only owned Blue back then.
Yeah, if I remember right, Pokemon Stadium 2, you could port over the Pokemon from Gold, Silver, and Crystal.
Yes.
But Pokemon Stadium 1 was Red, Blue, and Yellow. But the only thing the reason I liked Pokemon Stadium 1 better is because the mini games were so much more fun.
Mm.
The ones in Stadium 2 were convoluted and overcomplicated. That's why I liked Stadium, because when I was playing Stadium, it was with family and stuff like that during visitations at my mom's house.
Okay, so it was
party games.
Yeah.
I liked Stadium because you got to see a Bulbasaur or a Charmander or a Charizard in 3D.
Oh yeah. That was the best part about it.
And you know what was the best?
And-
I mean, oh, sorry. What are you saying?
No, go ahead.
For me, the thing that made Stadium awesome, and I'm still waiting for, Game Freak and Nintendo to get their head out of their asses and realizes that this is one of the things that people liked about Stadium, is that the attacks didn't look like shit.
Yeah, the attacks were pretty good, but the thing that I am waiting for fucking Game Freak and Nintendo to get their heads out of their ass about, they brought back Pokemon Stadium for the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't port any of your fucking Pokemon to it.
I know.
So you're stuck using only the rental Pokemon, which are the exact same fucking Pokemon.
And they could easily code it to actually allow you to use, like, the Pokemon Home or something like that.
Well, the reason that the reason I think they haven't done that is because they haven't done a port of the original Pokemon games.
Hmm.
They haven't brought back Red, Blue, or Yellow. They haven't ported over Gold, Silver, or Crystal to the Switch.
They had to convert the coding. With that conversion of coding, you can add things. You can take things away. Hell, they did add some small things that were small quality of life changes to the port. But within that, they still didn't make it so that you can use old Pokemon or the Pokemon that you have that are, compatible with the game.
Yeah, they were ported to the DS. They haven't been ported to the Switch yet.
No.
Which is one of the things that, like, the latest Pokemon Day that they just had, there was a huge outcry because the rumors were they're going to port Gold and Silver.
And they didn't.
And they come out with the bullshit games that they came out with.
And of course, they released Pokemon Za.
That's what I'm talking about. It's like they need to get their heads out of their ass and they need to port those games over so that way they can add the coding to port your Pokemon from those games to the Stadium.
Would you like to know a game that if they made this and if they did this properly, they would have so much money that they wouldn't know what to do with it? Every game from Red, Blue to now, put them together. Then have a combo Coliseum 3D battler where you can use from Gen 1 to Gen now Pokemon and fight them with random people around the world using your own Pokemon.
The first gen games will always be my favorite, aside from Gold.
But would you guys play the game I just said?
Yeah, I would. Let's see, no offense to anyone here. If you got your hopes up for a port game based on a rumor, I mean, no, that is not. That's. I mean, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with I mean, sorry, you're not wrong with what you said, Zero. Yeah, technically, people got their hopes up around a rumor, but at the same time, it's what the consumers want, and them not listening to what the consumers actually want is a big problem, because then they're just not going to get anywhere, and they're going to keep releasing the same shit over and over again, and it's not really going to do anything good for them.
I will say, if Game Freak actually released a good Pokemon, like announced a good Pokemon game, I don't know. The difference between Zelda Twilight Princess and Zelda Breath of the Wild levels of improvement.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we don't know anything about Pokemon Za yet. We have to let them release it
I'm just
before we
saying.
can actually, what's the word? Before we can actually, you know,
Shit on it.
yeah, because we don't know anything about it yet.
Don't respect.
No,
Don't
I'm
disrespect.
not saying it. No, Nintendo listened to everyone's complaints about Twilight Princess and made Breath of the Wild. Not only was there not a tutorial,
Yeah,
but the enemies kicked your crap out of you if you tried to, if you went into it the wrong way.
but I think,
Yeah, and I mean,
nope.
I was just gonna say, I want to go back to the Pokemon, the type of games that Pokemon were from like, Gen 1 until what, like Sun and Moon, when they became that 3D open world style.
Mm-hmm.
I like the simplistic Pokemon where it's just like follow the. I mean, you can make it 3D, but follow the path, and you get from one city to the next. Not oh, let's go run over here, and we could see the 1,700 Pokemon that are chasing us now in the wild, in the long grass.
Yeah.
I liked the. Okay, I'm walking through the grass. Am I gonna make it through this time? And you get to the very last fucking brick, and do. It's like, God damn it, Kakuna, you son of a bitch!
The thing I don't think people realize is it isn't the graphics that people want. Like, I don't care. Like, they have like Final Fantasy 4 3D that I've never actually bothered playing.
Mm-hmm.
I own it, never played it. I bought the Pixel Remaster version because I like that old 2D moving around type game.
Yeah, no, I mean, so that's like my whole thing about story games. It's why I never finished Gears 5. Is because if it's a story, I like that linear progression. You go from mission to mission to mission to mission. I don't like the games where it's like, hey, you finished a mission. You can do the next one or go fuck off in the forest for the next 10 hours.
That's why you don't like the Final Fantasies.
Yeah. I like open world concept. I don't like the way it's used in games.
Okay.
Well, yeah, the thing is, I really wouldn't say that Final Fantasy was open world as it's used now. But they very much had side quests open up that, to me, actually make the story better. Or specifically going off 7, like, you could go and have this beautiful side quest with Yuffie.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually fits the story really well.
Yeah, and
if you play at the right time.
And that's the thing. I like side quests in stories. Like, just put me in a hub and be like, all right, you go through this door to continue the story. Or you can help this person or this person or this person. Not, you have to run, like Skyrim is a perfect example. All right, you have to do this for the main story. Sweet. Oh, this person wants to talk to me. All right, now I'm running across the entire fucking map to deliver a fucking message. And then I have to run my happy ass all the fucking way back to deliver a chicken.
Okay, yeah, no, I see where you're going with that one. It's the length and the tediousness that they've added into missions and stuff like that when that's not necessary. Like, especially when think of it like, like when watching a movie. In the movie, you have these characters. They take a giant ass journey from one part of America to the other side of America. You don't see half of that fucking journey because half of that fucking journey is just fucking walking.
Yeah, like my perfect story style game is either Gears or Halo 1 through 3.
Okay.
Like Halo 1 and 2 especially, because they're basically the same game, just different rings. Remember, there's the one mission after the Pillar of Dawn crashes.
Mm-hmm.
And you are in the Warthog driving around trying to find all the survivors.
Yeah.
They didn't give you a, hey, go here, hey, go here, hey, go here. It was open world-ish, and you had to find the people in it.
It was a nice little Easter egg hunt.
Essentially.
Yeah.
But you only stayed in your backyard. You didn't have to go all the way to the next county to go get a goddamn egg.
Exactly. And like that's my style of open world of like, yeah, I can go to this pod if I want, or that pod, because I've played it 1,700 times, and I know where all 3 pods are.
Okay.
I don't have to do the same loop every time.
You would like 10.
Okay.
So you enjoy more mission-based
13.
style games with
sorry.
open worlding.
10 and 13 were the 2 most linear Final Fantasies, and they actually got crap for it.
Well, yeah, because that's not what Final Fantasy is known for. Which, yeah, there's Forward Unto Dawn, but the Pillar of Dawn is, if I remember right, the giant satellite beam and gears.
Yes, it is. It is the weapon that you use to kill the locusts.
Yes, but you know that point that you just made, Oda, takes us back to what Zero said earlier in the chat. We were talking about the Pokemon games and how I want them to go back to that linear style, you know, follow the path, point A to point B type shit. He's like, here's the problem with that. Here's the problem with that. If they did, people would be bitching that they didn't change it up. If a game company is known for a specific style of gameplay, and if it's in that series, they should stick to that style. Change aspects of it, yes, but to do essentially when it went from Bungie to 343 is a perfect example. To take that style of gameplay and throw it out the fucking window with all the lore and everything and try to make your own version of it completely ruins game companies and series, in my opinion.
Yeah, not wrong with that, because I honestly do agree. Because a lot, and I mean a lot of game companies do that when they're trying to, quote-unquote, switch it up. But why? When instead, the better thing to do would be to improve it. Build on what you already have and improve it. Not change it just because you think that we need a different direction. Not necessary, in my opinion.
My opinion, Final Fantasy 15 would be a great game if you called it the next fantasy.
Why is that?
Because that wouldn't be a Final Fantasy.
I don't know if the whole
15, it literally is Skyrim on crazy. You need a car.
Oh yeah, fuck that.
Like,
yeah, they took the
literally
exploration
the
aspect of the
described
game
as
and
a
went
road
too
trip.
crazy.
Yeah. I think my favorite comment was, "Can we please have had some boobs in the party?" Like, they had this one chick that was the side character that had an outfit that was like, holy crap, Tifa's well dressed compared to this chick.
Okay.
But you should have had some females in the party. It was literally like a four-way bromance show going on.
And see, here's the thing, Absolute Zero. That's not true. That's not true. Because that is only when you focus on the people who are, bitching about the stupid little shit. But when you actually look at the people who are playing the games and are enjoying them, none of them, and I mean none of them, really asked for these change of aspects. Sure, there are quality of life changes we would have loved to have had in the game. But when you change the fundamental standard of the game, it no longer is what we originally wanted. Yes, you're bringing in new player base, but you're destroying what you originally created. Why not build something new rather than take the namesake and destroy the namesake for the sake of profit?
There's one game I know that actually did this properly, but they also listened to everyone who bitched. Breath of the Wild.
See, I haven't played any new Zeldas past.
They literally took every complaint from Skyward Sword and back and made it a to-do list.
And I will say that personally, I don't think Chef would enjoy Breath of the Wild because it has
Open
the
world.
it's the open world and the long journey aspect of it.
I'm just not big on my whole thing is like I don't have the attention span for tedious.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason I was a racing and an FPS gamer.
Nothing wrong with that. And that's I'm not saying that like you can't play it. I'm just saying like I personally, from your preferences, I don't think Breath of the Wild will be in your purview, something that you would enjoy.
Yeah, but the only game that I will enjoy a long distance from point A to point B is Need for Speed, Forza. You know, something that has a lot of interaction, I guess, while I'm doing it. If I'm on a horse riding across a plain for 10 minutes trying to get to, you know, this one random ass castle in the middle of the fucking mountains, but I just lose interest. Like, that's one of the reasons why I've never finished a Fallout game. I have restarted and all that fun shit on Skyrim like 17 times. Granted, that's mostly because I get character ADD, and for some reason they made it so you can only have one fucking character at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, but you know, it's like Bethesda games are an exact representation of like the games that I will not play them, but I love watching them.
And that makes sense. I totally get it, because you know it's and Absolute Zero. The thing is, the difference between you and Chef here, a big one, is like you actually play Bethesda style games like Skyrim and the things and Starfield. And though you did get bored with Starfield, you did go through it and still enjoy some of it. That's the thing that I don't think Chef would have enjoyed at all, is part of going through it.
Yeah, and I mean, like, again, you know, Zero says he's the same with fighting games. You know, to each their own. I don't blame anybody for playing any of these style of games.
Oh yeah.
It's just I don't personally like playing them. Yes, Oda?
I was gonna say, actually, what I think it is that if you have from my ADHD, if you enjoy it, you love it, you should zone into it. It doesn't matter if it's a Final Fantasy, if it's a Bethesda game, it's a fighting game, a racing game, doesn't matter. If you completely absorb, if it's so good that you just zone and put all your hyper focus into it, it is a good game for you. And what's a good game for me is not going to be a good game for you, even though we both have ADHD.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah, and that's something that I've always said. You know, I say that in my streams and a lot of my content when it comes down to it. Don't game because of what other people tell you to play. Game for what you want to play, because it's about enjoyment. It's not about fulfilling other people's expectations. That should never matter when it comes to what you enjoy.
That's what I'm doing with my Twitch. I guarantee that as I go up in number, my viewership is going to drastically start to go up. Because 1, 2, and 3 aren't as popular as 4, 5, and 6. 7, 8, 9 are very popular.
Especially 7 now with the revival going out.
I am not playing those games until all of them are out.
Now, the only thing I will mention about that, Oda, as a starting out streamer, you need to get the word out there that you are playing these games. Because they're not games that are usually on Twitch's main page.
That's why I resorted to the TikTok.
Yeah.
I know, and again, this is just me reiterating for you. Like, even if it's just you, like you on your screen going, "Hey guys, it's me, Oda, and I'm gonna be playing this and blah blah blah." blah.
How did you know what I was going to be recording this week?
I was
going to actually load up the starting screen for the game and make my camera bigger and just say, "Hey, I'm starting to," and play that on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube before I start streaming every day.
So, but with YouTube Shorts, and Alan knows this better than I do. I think with YouTube Shorts, they have to be in vertical.
Yes.
When you upload them.
So for YouTube Shorts, you have to make sure that they're in portrait standard. There's no other way around that.
I'll just post as a regular video then.
Then it won't get the views that you need for it. You should be posting it as a short.
What you could always do is download your TikTok video after you post it, and then just upload the TikTok video to YouTube.
Or you can actually, on most recording functions switch it to portrait standard.
I'll figure it out. I mean, it's one of those things where I care, but I'm not in a rush. Because if I rush too much, it'll ruin the fun.
Again, you're also talking to two streamers who have been doing this for over 10 years.
Yeah. And honestly, if you want, you can send me the video and I will portrait standard it for you.
Oh, I did have one question. How do you... I was going to ask you later. How do you put the text in the TikTok?
Oh, there's a text that you just this on the side when you post a TikTok. There should be a drop menu or just a side menu with a bunch of different buttons. One of those will be for text. You can add in text at that point.
Okay.
It's on the right-hand side of the screen after you like upload.
Yeah, I would re-upload one of the things because I don't think people realized what it was when I first posted it. Because it's literally the fastest final boss fight I have ever experienced in a Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I saw that comment on your video.
Harder than this boss.
I saw that comment on the video. It's like, I don't know what's going on, but, good on you. Keep going.
That was a different one. I actually uploaded that one because, one, you asked what the crystals look like.
Ah.
The TikTok trend where you paint your ass and then sit down on the canvas?
What?
Dude, just use a fucking Xerox machine.
Jeez.
Okay,
Could
so
you imagine cleaning your ass after that?
first off,
I
I know Oda won't remember it because he wasn't big into TikTok back then, but Alan, I know you do.
No, I know. I remember exactly what you're talking about.
And then they had the guys start doing it too, and you could see the outline
Of their balls.
Oh my god.
There was no avoiding it. You're buck ass naked and you're gonna be sitting down on a piece of paper while you dunk your ass in fucking paint. You're gonna see the imprint of your balls.
I'm just thinking of cleaning that.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they used water-soluble paint, so just take a shower.
I would hope so.
No, they used lead-based paint.
No, but they could have used fucking oil-based.
That would have been terrible. Please don't. Please no.
You used outdoor acrylic. The stuff you use that's waterproof for your siding.
Or fucking, go to Lowe's and get a gallon of wall paint.
Oh no. I cast testicular torsion. Oh god.
It doesn't work. They already did it themselves.
You know what I cast? I cast Fireball!
Do, 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 do.
Speaking of which, are we having our meeting tonight?
Yes, I'm gonna double check with Tentacle and see if he's okay with it, and we should have our meeting tonight. It's only gonna be like 30 minutes, really. I'm just gonna go over specifics and letting everyone know how we're doing this, and we're going to simplify a lot of things for the sake of simplification and making the content work better. We will make certain what's the word? We'll make certain concessions for people who need them, but ultimately what's going to be on the screen and what we're going to be talking about is going to be all based off of Word and simplified. We're not going to be messing around too much with things like D20 and things like that.
Okay, I have a really funny request.
Okay.
I thought of a really, really good insult for a half-orc.
Oh god.
So we need to have at least one half-orc opponent in the beginning, so I can use this insult.
I will figure it out.
I will figure it out.
I literally am like, you know what? I'm gonna go a little old school, and on some of these, I'm bringing out the yo mamas.
What are you gonna say? That is
No, it's gotta be a surprise.
Shit.
his mother was a hamster and his father smelled of elderberries. Elderberries.
No, that was just his father.
Oh.
He's just really hairy and forgot to shave.
And likes to drink a lot.
Well, shave down there anyway.
You do so little sidetrack. You do know what that insult means, right?
No.
Well, his mother was a hamster and his father smelled of elderberries. His elderberries are a type of berry that are known for smelling exactly like human shit. saying a hamster and shit.
Oh,
Park reference.
really?
The Lemmy Wings.
Really?
Lemmy Wings. Yes.
I didn't know. I didn't fucking know.
The movie was the last thing of South Park I saw.
Okay, yeah, that was a bit after that. So, you remember the news anchor in the early to mid '90s who got in trouble because he shoved a particular furry rodent up a exit only ramp?
No. My mom would not have allowed that to be come across. She would have also keep in mind in the '90s. Would you know where I was when the news was on?
Were you in the closet underneath the stairs like Harry Potter?
No, I was outside playing with my friends.
What are those?
Oh, shut up.
The 20 other kids that got shoved out. Keep in mind, I grew up in a different era. I was the last couple of years of this era, where all of the parents just shoved their kids out of the house and didn't worry about anything.
Lies. I was the last couple years of that era, sir.
In the area I grew up in, I was shortly thereafter they stopped doing it.
What, Mordor?
No, New Jersey.
Yeah, Mordor.
Went to shit. Just that. Right around the time I turned 14, it really started becoming a bad idea to let your kids go around unsupervised.
Okay, fine.
Very bad reasons.
New Jersey is not Mordor. New Jersey is just the shadowy place that's covered up by Pride Rock that you don't go to.
Okay, would you like to hear a really good New Jersey joke?
Okay.
Do you know why New Jersey has the most toxic waste and New York has the most lawyers?
Why?
New Jersey got first pick.
Ha ha ha.
I was gonna say the Jersey Shore, but you know. We need to get you... Hold on. I have something for you.
You know what? I actually want to get a special spell that's called Shut Up Troll.
Wait, where did...
I will find a bard spell that I can remake into it. Use all the rules for the regular spell, but just reflavor it.
So, this used to be a point redemption on my stream way back in the day after I got it as a gift.
Oh?
I'm thinking about sending it to you. So that way, you have something better to call trolls.
Can't read it from here. Creative cursing.
They are different.
It's like a mad lib of insults.
Douche chomper. Nut jockey. Meat tickler. I am about ready to send this to you because the whole I was railing your mom last night is about as creative as the fucking trolls that you're dissing.
Well, I'm trying to match their energy. I'm not trying to be creative for them.
Yeah, the thing is,
That's why I have the book.
The thing is, I'm sorry, Fasha, but it's like, dude, that ain't your personality. Please stop corrupting your soul with their levels of energy.
That's why we have the creative cursing. Because it's funny.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, I am going to be working out so much frustration with my bard. Your characters are going to be the insults I want to give people in real life, but I can't.
Oh, shit.
Alan, you need to call somebody a douche chomper.
Okay, you douche chomper.
Not me. I'm talking about a troll.
Oh, would you like to know a really good insult I came up with a long time ago? Douche nozzle.
Oh, I've been using that for years.
Yeah. I never knew anybody else used it either.
Friendly fire.
That's what your mama called it last night.
Oh!
Also, she might want to get a cream for that.
Listen here. The next thing that you need to say to a troll is, dude, when I was at your house last night, I heard you burp and you swallowed so much cum that I could hear the kids giggling from here.
I could always pull out a letter Kennedy.
Letterkenny?
Yeah.
Which one?
What was it? Well, I was fucking your mom last night. She come and she actually raised the pH of my aquarium, killed all my African cichlids. She owes me $25.
I fucking love Shorzy. Fuck you, Shorzy.
Shorzy's the best.
Shorzy's awesome.
Here's a really evil
that's just
one.
funny. Huh?
Here's an evil one. You do know you're something your mom should have swallowed, right?
Yeah. That's a pretty standard one, too.
Yeah.
My favorite one is fucking the best part of you ran down your mom's leg after your dad was done.
Here's another one. How are you the one that made it to the goal?
You should have been in.
How was you the swimmer that made it?
You're the one that should have been lost in the sock.
You know, first impressions are hardly easy to forget, but I'm gonna try really hard when it comes to you.
Here's a version for what Chef just said. First impressions are hard to make, hard to forget, but you didn't make one.
Well, my first impression of you is the same impression that I put on the toilet seat every day.
You are the impression the toilet seat leaves on my ass.
Why is he putting it on your ass?
Because
Why is he touching your ass, Oda?
Come on, Oda!
Because I shit in his mouth.
I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast.
You eat pieces of shit for breakfast?
Those were not chocolate nuggets, dude. Those were not chocolate nuggets.
Hey, Alan. You want a chocolate-covered pretzel?
No. No. No.
Your mama lied to you. That was not cream filling.
I'm
Faja and I are quoting movies back and forth.
I don't know any. Sorry. I suck at that game.
The "you eat pieces of shit for breakfast" was from Happy Gilmore. The chocolate-covered pretzel is from Mallrats.
The thing is, like, I've seen some of these movies, but I don't remember quotes. I'm not
Unfortunately,
properly armed for this battle.
unfortunately, quotes are something that I hyperfixate on, so I remember them.
You and my wife both.
Yeah.
I can quote just about anything.
have a tendency to script a lot here and there, so. Let's see, that kid's on the goddamn escalator again. Motherfucker.
Damn it. Oh my god. Dude, I don't give a shit what anybody says. And this is like the funniest part about like my taste in movies. So, my gamer tag, since I was 16, has been Lunchbox.
Yeah.
Well, you know where that comes from.
It's not Billy Madison, right?
No. I was and am obsessed with the Jay and Silent Bob movies.
Okay. Fuck yes.
And Jay calls Silent Bob Lunchbox. And since Kevin Smith is the director and Silent Bob's my favorite character in all those movies, and really I identified with, Silent Bob, I was like, fuck it, I'm making my gamer tag, Lunchbox. So the best part is like, I love those stupid stoner movies. Jay and Silent Bob movie.
I want that ride, Daddy. Me too, son. Me too.
What?
Where's my car?
Oh god, I haven't. Yes. Fucking, I loved that movie. Even though it is stupid as shit, I love that movie.
Dude, where's
That's
my...
why I was scared.
Those stupid stoner movies, I fucking love. I've never tried smoking pot a day in my life.
So here's my question to you. How do you feel about Friday?
Friday's fucking great. How the fuck can you get fired on your day off?
Is it, what smells like shit? Man, Dad, that's you. Nah, that's your upper lip. Got fucking shit
Hey,
on
Miss
his back.
Parker. Hey, Miss Parker.
I can't do quotes, but I can say a really funny scene.
What's that?
Oh god. It was the Eddie Murphy movie where he played the big fat guy that made the serum that made him thin.
Nutty Professor.
Uh-huh.
And the scene where he becomes huge and farts and then all of a sudden they, no.
I fucking love those. I love those stupid comedy movies that were so much better if you're high.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never been high.
Oh, you want to know something funny? So I actually heard on the news last month. Somebody actually injured themselves lighting their own farts on fire.
Oh my god. Okay, listen, people. I don't know why people still do this. Stop trying to light your own farts on fire. There's no safety outlet on your sphincter, okay?
Well, the thing was, he was wearing flammable underwear.
Dumbass.
It's okay. So one of my stepdads at the time, because my mom's been married a bunch of times, just like my dad is.
Mhm.
He lit his fart on fire in the living room, and he was wearing gray sweatpants.
Idiot.
And apparently, he wasn't wearing any underwear, and it backfed back through the pants and burned all the hair off his ass and his asshole.
Oh god, that must have been terrible. Hey, thank you so much for those gifts, and thank you so much for those cheers and those gift subs, Frank. You're fucking amazing. I hope you're having a wonderful day, my friend.
I don't know why, but farts will always be funny. My wife rolls her eyes every time and
Farts are
tries to
hilarious.
hide her laughter.
Because farts will always be funny.
Especially when you're in the car with a bunch of friends and you have control over the window locks.
You son of a
Oh,
bitch.
God, yes.
You son of a
Silent.
bitch.
Even if it's silent, you just take a big whiff and go, "Oh man, that restaurant smells good." And then everybody does it.
It smells like carrots.
By the way, I've actually been driving, and I said, if you guys don't knock it the hell off, I'm stopping at this Taco Bell and getting a bean burrito.
No, please don't. No, I mean if you really want like a fart bomb from Taco Bell, you get one of their least ordered items, which is their bean and cheese cup.
Well, dude.
And then you put a shit ton of hot sauce on it.
Uh-huh.
No, being hot sauce does not end well for me.
Yeah.
It rips my
It doesn't
stomach
even
apart.
end well for anybody else either.
No, I am not going to be that sick for a joke. 2.
Commit to the bit.
Commit to the pit.
No, dude. You give me a bean burrito and a half hour later, there will be nobody left alive in that car.
Oh god.
So, would you guys like to hear a funny fart story?
Sure.
All right, let's hear it.
So, a while ago, I was having issues when it came to McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I ate McDonald's, within 15 minutes, I had to take a shit. And if I didn't, I was letting out the most noxious gas for hours upon hours. Well, we were going to Monster Jam, and we stopped at McDonald's beforehand. But we were running late.
Uh-oh.
So I didn't get to go to the bathroom. We are at Monster Jam. It was myself, my sister, her husband, her 3 kids, my other sister, her boyfriend, her 2 kids at the time, my sister's best friend, and her husband, and my girlfriend at the time. We had this huge fucking section, a huge row of things. And I don't know if you've ever seen Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. It's an open air stadium.
Okay. Oh god.
Well, it was the wind was coming down off the top at night, and it was cold as shit. So we're all bundled up and everything. Like it was cold for me, being from Indiana, and the wind was whipping down the line from me to the rest of the family. And I'm just periodically letting out these fucking.
You just crop dusting you son of a bitch.
It gets so much better. It gets so much better. So there is a family behind us, and there's these 2 kids that are annoying as shit, screaming like banshees. Like people are stabbing them, screaming. Not like yeah, more like high pitch. Oh my god, I'm just doing it to be an asshole.
Okay.
Kicking the backs of the chairs and everything, all this shit. And they're with their grandpa, I think, and there's another family behind me and my girlfriend. It was just 2 of them. And I've let these things go. And after about like half an hour of letting them go every 2 minutes, like clockwork. Fucking, they start smelling it behind me. And the best part is they're fucking, every time I let one go, all I hear from behind me is the grandpa, "Ooh! Oh, goddamn, somebody let one go!" Fucking, and then they start berating the kids.
Oh my god.
That the kids are doing it because they had nachos. And like, my girlfriend knew it was me because I'm trying so hard not to laugh. And then I turn and look down the line, and everybody's staring at me, going, "What the fuck?"
Son of a bitch.
And it was just great because, like, eventually the kids got in so much trouble they stopped kicking and screaming and shit. And that was roughly about the time that it stopped. But
You didn't just crop dust your you crop dusted
that's an entire section.
I got a funny one if you're done.
Okay.
Way back when I first got married, I was living with my in-laws, with my wife, and we were in our room. In-laws were downstairs. We had a cat. We had a dog with us at the time. It was our cat. We didn't have the dog yet. I let one go. I don't know what I ate. I don't know what demon I exercised from the bowels of hell, but it stunk so much. My wife went, "Oh my god," and she left the room. The cat woke up, looked at me, eyes went back, and the cat left the room. And my eyes were tearing up. I couldn't take it anymore. I walked down the stairs, and as I'm going down the stairs, my father-in-law goes, "Do I even want to know what happened?" I mean, I got a cat to clear out of a room.
Y'all are
we are also so mature. It's amazing.
Yeah, right. Absolutely mature when it comes to talking about this kind of stuff. Because guess what? I've got a fart story too.
Oh god.
Alright, so it was when I lived. This was when, just after I got kicked out. I got kicked out. I turned 18. I was living in an apartment with 5 of my other friends. We literally called it Five Guys or Clock Apartment because it was just 5 dudes, right?
Scotty walks in on this.
Right, nice, Scotty. You came at the right time. So one night we were just really, really fucking blitzed in both palm trees and alcohol, and we decided, you know what? It's a good idea. Let's have a fart contest. Let's see who can have the raunchiest, loudest fart.
Who shit themselves?
No one shat themselves. That thankfully, no one shat themselves. But like we all
That's
did.
usually what happens with those contests.
We all went, right, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, from the bathroom, we just hear the loudest, most thunderous fart shit ever. Like it reverberated from the door, right? And we're all looking at the door, just stunned. All 5 of us. Because we're all 5 there.
I was going to say, do you even remember who it was?
Yes. Because the door opens, and it is one of my best friend, who I consider my brother from another mother's, now wife, but then girlfriend, comes out. And she is this skinny stick of a woman, right? And she's just looking back at us and goes, "What? I had Taco Bell."
Yes, keep her.
Taco Bell doesn't fuck with me like it does everyone else.
Also, you just remind me of a really funny story and a warning. We decided to have a contest where everybody was going to drink a 2-liter bottle of Sprite in order to burp.
Okay.
Now, for some reason, my body decided that the front door was not the appropriate exit. So about a half hour later, I had to go use the bathroom. I kid you not. For 30 seconds, I was parting the Red Sea. I had to towel off my backside. It got so wet. because I literally drained the entire 2-liter bottle of carbonation at once.
The fuck, dude?
It smelled like seven. It smelled like slime.
No.
I had citrus.
Citrus. I'm making that a fucking logo.
Oh my god.
Fucking logo.
Citrus. Okay, in regards to burps, which is what you were going.
Scotty, it was half men, half women who were doing the 2-liter bottle challenge.
Now,
And it was the Goofs idea.
yeah, but when it comes to regards to burping, which is what you were going for, one, best burp fuel in the world is something that they don't sell anymore, and it's called Pepsi Blue. I don't know what it was with this shit, but it, for me at least, gave me the most thunderous, loudest burps ever. And I remember this one time, I was sitting in class, right? And I forgot exactly what happened, but one of the students in that class pissed off our teacher at the time, right? And he's this asshole of a war vet. And he's just tearing into this kid. His face is red and everyone is silent, but I could feel it. I could feel it slowly but surely bubbling up inside of me. This massive wave of a burp ready to come out and erupt from my loins. And I'm just sitting there going like, I can't. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because he is just yelling and is focused on this kid. Rage and all. Spittling from his face. He looks like the Kool-Aid man at this point with how red he is. Then it happens. The loudest, just echoing burp in this little cubicle of a classroom. And everyone just turns from him to me. The teacher shuts up, and you could see on his face, seething with rage. There is fire in his eyes. I interrupted him with this burp. And he just starts going on at me like, what the fuck, you little shit? I'm like, oh crap, I just burped.
So one of my loudest burps was back in the day, I almost drank exclusively Sprite.
Okay.
So, and it was hot as hell in the kitchen because, you know, this is when I was at work at the restaurant. And I probably drank in an hour 6 Sprites.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah, water wasn't a thing when I was a cook.
Okay, but that was 1 hour.
Yeah, I know. Free refills and the machine was in the kitchen.
That doesn't make it any better.
I don't give a damn if it makes it better. It made the story better.
Okay.
Because I'm in the middle of calling out food. And, like, I'm given an all day. And fucking halfway through a word, I just let go a burp that came out of nowhere. Like, I'm talking. Just so loud that in a dinner rush on a Friday night, it was loud enough that the entire dining room, keep in mind, there are 2 heavy-ass wood doors and 2 walls separating the kitchen from the fucking, from the dining room.
Mm-hmm.
It was so loud that the dining room went silent.
Damn!
They heard you through the double doors.
No, we didn't have double doors. We had a single door that was this thick oak door.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And the other one actually closed and latched. But fucking, it was so loud that the entire dining room went silent. And then I hear like this 5-year-old kid start laughing. And then everybody erupts in fucking laughter.
You won that night. You won that night for sure.
The general manager happened to be getting food out of the dumbwaiter that went downstairs to the bar when I did it. He came up and said, "What in the fuck was that?"
That was the beast in your belly.
Mind you, this is also the general manager that didn't like me anyway, and ended up firing me from that place. Well, I got fired / quit. But he was the general manager that we sent the dishwasher down to 3 times in 10 minutes to find the pan stretcher.
Oh, that one. The pan stretcher. That shit.
Are you done?
Yeah.
I have one really short, really funny story. It's still back when I was living with my in-laws. We were coming home. My in-laws are asleep. Like, I'm talking, it's about 11 o'clock at night. They go to bed at 9. Sleep. I'm talking to my wife quietly as I'm opening the door, and as I take a step, everything from the source of my soul ejects itself from my mouth all at once. As I was saying something, my mouth opened, just... The following morning, my mother-in-law said, "Did you say excuse me?" I was sleeping.
You woke her ass up. Nice. The burp the burp alarm.
Keep in mind, she's on the other side of the house with the door closed.
Nice. Nice.
And what's really funny is normally she was very, before she met me, she was very big on saying with burps and everything else. After she got to know me, she's like, okay, some people just can't control it.
It's true. Some people just can't.
IBS. I have IBS. If I don't burp, my stomach is going to rip me to shreds. It physically hurts if I get too much gas built up.
Mm-hmm.
I have this amazing ability when it comes to burping. I can do 2 things. Well, 3 things technically. I can burp on command if I want to, but they're not very powerful.
Alphabet burp.
If I'm drinking, yeah, I can do that. But if I'm drinking soda, especially, I can control the burps 2 ways.
Mm-hmm.
1, I can draw it out to an extremely long time. And of course, me being the smartass that I am, I have to do the in and then out as I'm doing it. And the other thing that, like, my buddy Brian, who I do the podcast with, his house is pretty open concept, and it's 2-story with a loft. So shit echoes like none other in there. The other thing that I can do that his youngest fucking loves is I can force it out so forcefully that it will echo through his entire house for a good 3 seconds.
You son of a bitch.
I got a really funny another quick. This is me giving Faja troll energy.
Oh God.
Okay.
Back at my old job, 2 of the guys were coming back, and then one of the guys was crying because they were doing test equipment in a very small room, and the other guy's ass was like, "Oh my God, dude, go take a shit already," and he purposely was it to torment this guy. Like, his ass was righteous for 6 hours straight.
Oh man. Oh
So
no.
I decided to be a total douchebag. I knew he had 30 minutes of work left to do, and he was already running late. So he wanted to get his work done. He was the only person by his desk. Normally, I'm very polite when I know it's going to be a wowzer. Like, I try to go to the bathroom.
Excuse me.
No, I stuck around talking with him, holding it in.
Oh shit.
Turned around, and as I'm walking away, I farted. And there was no sound, and it took a solid 3 seconds to finish.
You son of a bitch. You silent crop dusted.
Oh, no, it gets better. He started gagging, and I went, "Karma, bitch." I took credit.
Now, the only other thing that can add to that story is you always know it's gonna smell horrible when it's warm coming out.
Oh yeah. When you fart and it's a warm ass fart, you know that fart's gonna be raunchy.
And your underwear might need replaced.
Maybe.
By the way, we're all getting bonked for a reason.
Mm.
we're being gross.
I know. We're
So, are you doing that
I mean,
lady who
okay,
does,
here.
members with the piece of paper?
I've got one that will lean us away from the grossness, because it is a work story that you reminded me of because of the kitchen. So I used to work in this one kitchen.
The best stories come from the kitchen.
Oh yeah. But I used to work in this one kitchen in California known as the Chimera. We were actually right next to the Google building. And it was, it's the Google headquarters building in California. So,
Yeah.
and it was a really, really awesome restaurant. Just small, quaint, had a good menu, and it was great to work there. But we had one problem. There was this one dude, this one homeless dude. We called him Crackhead Jane. He would always be hanging around. Now, he was harmless. He was. But he was also previously a locksmith. And
he liked to get in the.
he liked to get into the kitchen. He liked to do things in the kitchen. And the thing is, here's the weird thing. It was never anything bad. He never did drugs in the kitchen. He never shat in the kitchen or anything. But every time I would be the one opening, I would get there, and there would be someone already cleaning the kitchen up. And it was Crackhead Jane. No matter how many times we changed the locks, no matter what type of locks we put on those doors, he always found a way in. And it was only during one of those mornings where, I just sat him down and gave him something to eat, because once he starts, you can't stop him. And you know what? It's just like, fine. As long as you stay away from the knives, go clean the kitchen. Crackhead Jane, like that one day, I would actually just sit down and we actually talked to Crackhead Jane, and he actually told me that his job.
Just redeemed promo shout out.
All right, I'll get that in just a moment. But yeah, he actually shared with us just after apparently things started going downhill. His job beforehand was a professional locksmith, and he would do security checks on corporate buildings as a locksmith. So that's the only reason why he knew how to get in. So, and then we had to ask him, like, why do you have to clean all the time?
Frank 9705 just redeemed notice
You
me
gotta notice
senpai.
me.
All right, Frank, how you doing? But yeah, no, he was one of, by far, the most interesting people I ever met working in the food industry. Because he always had stories. He always had something new to share, even though he was never supposed to be there.
I guess if I was your boss, I'd look at him and go, "Would you like a job?"
We couldn't hire him because he didn't have an address, nor did he have clothes. I mean, he had clothes, he just didn't have suitable clothes. Okay, as for promo shout out, my friend Geisafage is a content creator and is definitely someone whom you should check out. Highly recommended. They are on TikTok, they are on YouTube, and they are on Twitch. They do D&D based content, Digimon content, and a whole bunch of other things. They also have a game that they're working on known as Aether Chromatic that they are the only person working on, and both Chef and Oda have been sent the game to check out. I actually have a first look at the game on my YouTube, and they are absolutely amazing and definitely be someone to check out. And to add on to this, because of promo time, I also want to shout out my buddy Chef here, who does a podcast, which he did mention earlier, known as Nostalgic Nerd Out, where he talks about and has fun with a bunch of nostalgia. Games, shows, movies, all topics, all fun. Definitely should check him out on YouTube and on Spotify. Those are people that I do regularly shout out on my YouTube, on my videos. And another promo shout out to my buddy Oda here, which I did talk about earlier, but I want to say it again. He is a content creator and is starting his journey on both YouTube and on Twitch and on TikTok. Definitely should check him out. They're awesome. And also it does have a group podcast with his wife known as the Slavic Farms, where they do needlework talk. Definitely should also check them out.
Also, I'd just like to be funny. Point out one. It's been 1 year and 8 days since I started this. Since we met, dude.
Holy crap! Really?
And Geisophage literally started following 2 weeks after I did.
Oh my
So-
god.
My follow age is a little fucked because I've been banned a few times. Your fucking auto mod is a dick.
Okay, but it's there for a reason, and you know why.
It is, but I also didn't realize that talking about a type of food was gonna get me banned.
I'm
And
sorry.
then trying to explain why somebody else got me banned. I've been banned like 6 times in this fucking chat.
I'm sorry.
I'm really glad I haven't accidentally discovered that. I'm literally expecting one time, literally I'm just gonna message Faja and go, "Why was I banned?"
Oh, if you are in stream, you type a message and then you're instantly banned. Yeah, that was Automod being a dick.
The thing is, I don't know a lot of things that are racist because I'm not. So I don't realize. Like some people, you shouldn't say that. I'm like, why? And I'm like, that's a what?
Which
Well,
I
it's
do
just
need to
like-
put the red list on the admin's page in Discord so y'all know what the words are.
Well, I mean, again, so the last time I got fucking kicked is because I was talking about food, and I mentioned a specific race. Well, not even race, nationality, and it goes no.
But you know why that's there. You know why that's
I
there.
know why it's there. It's just hilarious because I'm talking about food, and then boop,
Okay,
gray screen with this stream cannot be found. It's like, God damn it, it did it again.
which is why I fixed it immediately.
I know, but it was still funny.
Not much I can do about that.
I know, it's just, again, it's one of those things of like, we're just talking back and forth about food. And I'm like, oh, I could really go for this type of food band. God damn it.
Oh, I knew one person. I'm actually the reason they had to turn off their auto mod. Because every time, like, I actually said crap and it censored it.
Oh god.
They
No.
have their shit set on screen.
Yeah.
No. But they allowed fuck, shit, damn got triggered. And then I was like, son of a biscuit or something like, no, I said, son of a bee, and it got tagged.
But not crap.
Fucking shit.
She allowed the main curse words. She's like, I didn't know it would be this many of them.
Oh yeah, yeah. And the thing is,
excuse me?
auto mod is usually set by Twitch. Unless you're using a bot.
Apparently, you have to be like a super duper angel in order to speak in there.
Well, like the word ass is technically against, or sorry, not even ass. The word butt is against Twitch's TOS.
Really?
The phrase "get good" is against TOS. Good game is against TOS because that can be seen as condescending and trolling.
Keep in mind that this is all of the shit that trolls have taken away from us because they're not creative and they're dumb as shit.
Okay, you know what? And I remember playing a game where if you didn't put GG at the end, you were an a-hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the other thing. GG is also against TOS. Just because people would say it in a trolling manner in chat.
Oh, I know. It's all ruined because people are assholes.
Oh yeah.
And they're dumb as shit.
I mean, they're not really enforced, but technically they're against TOS.
Oh, would you like to hear something funny?
Hmm.
Or it's a funny thought exercise to make yourself cry? Look at every stupid warning sign on the planet and know not only did somebody do it, but they sued someone about it.
Oh god. Let's see, I had a whole stream series. The entirety of Dark Souls called Road to Get Good.
Or just Road to Self-Torment.
Hey, the Dark Souls series is a lot of fun though, and
For you.
it has an amazing story to it.
Debatable.
I'm sorry. If I have to try that hard to play a game, I'm not having fun.
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess it's not for
That's
everybody.
awesome, guys. No, see, if I am playing a game that is that rage-inducing, I would rather it be like Apex or some shit,
Mm-hmm.
because that's based 100% against my skill and not trying to roll like I'm, fucking, on crack.
Okay, I literally don't play games on. I only play it on normal difficulty. I never go beyond that. And some games I'll do on easy, just because of the fact that I'm here to have fun, not to be challenged.
Yeah,
if I want to be challenged, I'll deal with humans.
For story games, especially if I'm streaming, it's on easy difficulty just because I want the story to get out there.
Oh yeah.
Unless you're playing with Faja.
Yes.
What?
Shit. The only game that I have gone past normal voluntarily was Halo. Because I beat Halo 1 on Legendary. Fuck that shit.
StarCraft 2 for achievements. Before they went to crap.
You 100%ed SMT3 on the highest difficulty. Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
Yeah, but guys of age, you gotta realize I am extremely competitive. And if I'm playing a game that I'm constantly dying in, I start getting pissed off because no, I am better than this. So therefore, it turns into like when I was a kid, I was playing with the original Xbox controller, the fucking Duke that's like this big.
You split it in half, didn't you?
Yes, because I got pissed off.
Yeah, see, my brother does the same thing when he gets pissed off. He does this thing where he just starts to twist, and then that starts to split it down the middle.
Am I the only person that when I start getting mad, I throw the controller down? I was poor, so I had to make sure I didn't damage it because I didn't have the money to buy a new one.
Yeah, there was a controller-sized hole in the drywall in the last apartment that I owned, or that I lived in.
Gamer rage is real.
Yeah, that's why I don't. I don't do that shit no more.
Yeah. No, trust me. I get it. Like, I am competitive. There is a huge thing with that. But there's also a reason why I don't play competitive games. It's a very different reason from you, but it is similar.
Because it makes me do that shit?
Because it makes me do... It turns me into a bad person. Like, the competitiveness turns me into a bad person, which is why I don't usually play competitive games. But that's also why I play Elden Ring or games like Dark Souls and stuff like that, because it gives me that rush still, but it also helps because it's specifically with Dark Souls and the like, it helped with a understanding that death is a mechanic, not a punishment, because there's no lives, there's no limit to how many times you can die.
Yeah, I will say though, if your friend really likes a character, the campaign's been going on once a week, every week for a year and a half, and then you cheap shot killed one of your friend's characters, they might hold a grudge for 3 years running.
Yeah, that's kind of a bitch move.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So...
I had just started beginning the plans to finish my character's story arc, and I got sneak attack one-shotted from behind.
And you didn't get any... You weren't able to get any saving rolls? Or you failed all your saving rolls?
All of them.
Oh, God.
I've always wanted to... Sorry, go ahead.
No. I want to hear what you guys say.
I've always wanted to play an Artificer. And they finally released Tasha's. And we were starting a brand new campaign the week that they released Tasha's.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, sweet, I can play an Artificer. On the first side quest, the DM TPK'd all of us.
I'm actually at work. The better question is, why are you being a douche muncher on the internet and being sad? And not having friends? Because if you had friends, you wouldn't be here. You'd be awesome.
He used it.
Just for you, Chef.
Yeah. Actually, that was Otis.
Get out your book and get another one up for the next one.
Get another one up? Alright, hold on.
This needs to be a game we do during this now.
Oh, good God.
Get you a new one.
Oh God, the second word is sucker. I don't think we can use that. That's against you.
Okay, never mind.
That's not funny. That's against PC.
Dude, I don't think this book is gonna work well.
Well, it's the sucker part.
Then reflip that one.
Reflip the second
Go
part.
ahead. This is one that I've used a lot, is douche monkey.
Douche monkey.
You know what? Make him a douche sucker.
So that
Hello.
Okay, that's
If-
gotta be shared.
If you have to think about it, let's not do it.
I don't have to think about it. It's fucking awesome.
Okay.
Juice pooper.
Choose. All right. We'll cue that one up.
Like me personally, if I kill your character, the dice hated you.
Yeah, no, so the first side quest in this one, we had to go rescue somebody. And, the goblins, I think they were,
Uh-huh.
ended up attacking us. And then once we finished off the first squad, the squad came from behind us, and they were riding polar bears pulling a cage with the person we need to rescue.
What level were you?
1.
Your DM's a douche.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was.
That's kind of bullshit.
Was it C2?
It's all good. I was gonna say, yeah, we all kind of quit after that campaign or after that encounter because I ended up having to do a couple things the next couple of weeks, so I wasn't around. But when they re-rolled their characters, apparently he all but one person TPK'd the next encounter.
Really?
Oh my
Yeah.
god, troll DM.
That is a bad DM. And, like, you know, honestly, when it comes down to it, I have a very, very specific set of protocol when it comes to killing off a character. I only do it if it makes sense to the story. And the only time I do it is after I have a conversation with the player and let them know, hey, this is kind of where this is going. Do you agree? If you don't, let's gear it towards something else because it's about having fun. I'm not here to fuck over any of my players. But also, you know, I have players that are a lot like you, Chef, that I played with that get what I believe you called it character fatigue.
Character ADD.
Character ADD, yeah. That, you know, want to switch up their character. So then I give them that chance. Let them know, like, within the story, we can kill them off here. You can create a new character within the same level, and build it up to adding them into the story.
I just had a really, really funny thought for Chef that would make his character ADD so much fun it's not even funny.
What's that?
You're secretly a Time Lord.
I was gonna say change
Your
things, but
class,
Time Lord works.
gender, all of it, because you regenerate.
Yeah.
Same memories, completely new everything. I just thought of that, and that is the best mechanic for somebody with character ADD.
I wonder if there's a way we could get that to work. I mean, not for these characters, obviously. But.
Yeah.
I will say, as a DM, I've actually looked at somebody and said, if I wanted to, you would be dead. What you just did was really stupid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, there needs to
Why?
be consequences, obviously.
The rogue who opened the door without checking it when it's sketchy as hell.
Did I ever tell you guys how about my first ever D&D character?
Let me finish the story really quick.
Yeah, I know that was just a question. I was
No,
gonna go
I
into.
don't think so.
All right.
Basically, I had it be a trap that wasn't loaded.
That wasn't loaded.
Oh.
He triggered the trap, but there was nothing to shoot at him as a warning to check the doors from now on.
Right.
Let's see. Guy's face
that's what you should
says.
do.
That's
Two
actually
players.
pretty good.
Sorry, Guy's face said. I wish I could say my cleric last session, but it's too much text.
Put it in the D&D chat.
Yeah, put it in the D&D chat. Fuck yeah. That's what it's there for.
No, that's actually a pretty good consequence, Oda. It's like, you're a dumbass.
Right?
Here's how you could have been a dumbass.
Hmm. Oh, the thing is, I also told him the next time it will be loaded and it will be poisonous.
And you will need to do a death saving throw.
Maybe not a death saving throw, but you might have several. I'd probably give him like 2 ranks of exhaustion.
Ooh.
What edition?
I don't. It's 5th edition. I'll make it whatever the hell I want.
I was gonna say, my 5th edition poisoning is usually like
I will
conditions.
retro do whatever the fuck I want. They're dealing with Eldritch worshippers.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
Yeah, I can do whatever I want because you're dealing with unspeakable and unknowable horrors.
Oh, just wait till you get into the campaign.
So, my first ever D&D character. I made a Dragonborn, shock there,
Mm-hmm.
Paladin. I don't remember which oath I took. But this Paladin was apparently a fucking moron. Because my dice hated me.
Uh-huh.
The dice rolls always hate me.
Your character just said no.
Yeah, well, no, like in any campaign, even as a DM, dice hate me, which is what makes my shit so fucking interesting half the time. But so we were in a dungeon when I joined the campaign. My paladin had such bad luck that I crit fail attacked my own party member twice. The second time I crit failed, and then I crit failed again, so I ended up breaking their magical plate armor.
That's a rude DM.
God damn.
But this was also our other paladin, who was another Dragonborn paladin, who she had a 23 AC, but she was afraid of getting hit. So anytime anybody actually hit her, she would go from the front line to the back line and start throwing javelin.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was kind of a consequence on both of us because of that. Then in the dungeon, he was really good at finding pitfall traps and the stone dropping on your head traps from the doors. He was very, very bad at finding ballista traps behind doors. He got taken out by two ballistas close range that threw him 10 feet down the hallway.
Oh, jeez.
And then the third one, I was so pissed off because I was rolling like shit. I'm like, fuck it, I'm kicking down the door. It was like, what? You want to kick down the door? I'm like, yeah, sure, fuck it, I'm kicking down the door. So I rolled a nat 20. My foot goes through the door. And the DM's like, you can feel something pointy on the other end with your foot.
Uh-oh.
It's like, God damn it, I know what this is. So he's like, all right, well, I pull my foot out of the door. Well, I need another strength check. Crit failed that fucking thing. Tore the door down with me, took the ballista shot to the chest again.
By the way, a nat 20 should always be a good thing.
Not really?
Comedy thing. No.
No, like, that's like me. I don't think somebody should be punished for a nat 20, but a nat 1 should always be hysterical.
Well, I mean, the nat 20 whatever you're doing goes as well as you can. So kicking a door
would knock it off its hinges in my eyes.
Or just go straight through it.
No, that's what I would do with a nat. No, I would do a nat 1. You put your foot through it.
See, a nat 1, I would personally, a nat 1 on a strength check to break down a door, the door hits you back.
Yeah, you bounce.
My version is the door grappled you.
It's a mimic door.
Yeah.
No, you put your foot through the door and now it's stuck and you can't get back out.
I will say though, like me personally, as a DM, and this is something that will be apparent, your roll 20s won't necessarily be bad, but they won't be what you want all the time.
I'll settle for not getting me killed when I try to tell the king's daughter no thank you.
I thought you weren't playing that type of bard.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying no thank you.
Well, that's that'd be more like thinking that you would be put into that position, but you probably would be.
It was a funny scenario that popped in my brain, and I went the opposite route every bard normally would go.
You know what Oda's characters kind of give me the vibes of?
What's that?
What?
Fucking Braum from Aragon. Aragon.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yes.
I can.
The book, not the fucking movie.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going for. Oh, bro, just make sure. That's the old guy, right?
Yeah, the old storyteller
I got the name right. Yes.
who ends up being not a storyteller.
Yeah.
If anybody hasn't read the book in the last 15 years, you're fucking late.
No. But yeah, that actually, considering my character's Dragonborn, that makes it even more funny.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So, you know how I'm going with a Sapphire Dragon, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh god. You're right.
I'm contemplating making it a female Sapphire Dragon. For one reason and one reason only.
Can you guess that reason?
Come on, Oda, you can guess it.
Oh my god, you know what the really sad part is?
Huh?
I would make a joke. Fuck it. Yeah, riding Saphira would be fun.
That's why I'm contemplating making it a female.
Then you need to rename your squirrel Aragorn. That way you can ride Saphira into battle.
Nah. I just there.
Nah, that's too on the nose.
If I end up making it a dude Dragonborn, it's gonna be Sapphirnus.
I still think you should go with that because that name actually works.
Yeah.
Sapphirnus Strongclaw.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, just so anybody knows who is confused a little bit about what we're talking about, we are talking about the D&D campaign, which is going to be starting this month. More than likely, somewhere near the last 2 weeks of this month is where we're going to be doing it. But we are going to be starting a D&D campaign, which would be a monthly thing, maybe a bi-monthly thing, depending on how popular it is or how well it goes. But it's going to be me being the DM, Oda, Chef, Guys of Age, and Technical Motorsports are all going to be in the campaign and part of it. And it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to do it live, and we're going to edit it for both Spotify and YouTube. As for positive affirmation, Adam, my friend, you are absolutely amazing, and I truly do appreciate your kindness for showing up. Never underestimate simple acts of kindness when it comes down to it. You know, being a person and actually being here and not generalizing is an amazing thing, because there are so many people out there in the world who are so stupid and so mentally brain dead, willing to just come into somewhere and just be an idiot rather than just be kind.
I just have a really good. I'm not going to actually use this in game, but it'd be a really funny insult for the game. But it kind of breaks the fourth wall.
Mm-hmm.
Look at a troll and go, "You're so freaking stupid! I swear you're from the internet."
Nah.
Eh.
Alright, guys, Fage, we will get you on the internet.
Even though we only have 30 minutes left and you are catching up on chat, I have downed this entire thing of water. I gotta take a piss.
Alright.
Be right back. You guys have fun.
You go do that.
Actually, that sounds like a good idea.
Alright, we'll do a quick right back.
Well, hey there, everybody. Mr. Announcer and
Random Skull?
And we're here to let you know that Asian Pacha Gamer also streams live on Twitch 5 days a week, and sometimes on YouTube.
And if you want to continue to support Asian Pacha Gamer, check out the links for his Twitch and his YouTube, all in the link tree.
That's right. Check out those links.
Greetings, everybody. My name is Audacia. My better half and I have a FlossTube channel, which is a podcast about needlepoint crafting, over on YouTube called The Slovak Farm. I also stream live on Twitch Saturdays and Sundays, and during the afternoon playing various games that fit my fancy.
Alright, we're back. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. So, in the last 30 minutes, I guess, we're going to talk about D&D, because I kind of want to talk about that. Seeing as, we have our campaign campaign coming up, and, without revealing too much.
D&D, Doggos and Dingoes?
Doggos and Dingoes. Aren't they kind of
I
the
thought it
same?
was tacos and dildos.
Oh my!
One goes in the other.
Dicks and dildos.
No, that's just sexual preference.
I mean, someone could also like that. That sounds like a sex shop that somebody could open. Honestly.
You know, it could be a great role-playing store.
Oh yeah, right. That
Dingles and dingles and dangles.
dingles and dangles.
The thing is, that could be male or female.
Exactly.
It's true. It's true. Very true. But now, so you are going with a. Do you want to do like a pre-introduction of your characters?
Now?
Yeah, why not? We're talking about it at least. Just for anybody who's here.
I mean, we still got to do it on the first recording session.
I know. And you still haven't built any of your character yet.
Shut up.
Okay, I had mine whipped up in 5-10 minutes.
Sir, I am dealing with a class that is not readily made available, and B, doing 2 characters, and C, doing the second character is a kind of a homebrew class, or a homebrew race, because the Gem Dragons are just now part of his band's Dragon Treasury. And second, it is a 100% homebrew class.
No, I'm just saying that because I DM a lot right now, making characters, I do it all the time.
So again, making the characters is not hard. It's sitting down to make the characters that is hard.
If you need any help, let me know.
I've got an app that I use on my phone to make for character sheets and shit.
You got an app for that?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna use that, and then just I might need your help, like just filling the shit in on D&D Beyond.
Well, because the thing is, they have homebrew classes and races. I think they have what you want on it. So we can just go straight to home in the D&D Beyond. You can add them to your collections. And then you can just make the character like...
Last time I tried to add anything to my collections, like when we were looking at all the different fucking Ratataskers, or whatever the fuck they're called, in D&D Beyond, when I tried to add it to my collection, it says it requires the membership.
Okay, if anything, what we can do is I will do a stream with it, and I will, show my screen and what's going on, and maybe we can work on trying to add in that homebrew for the campaign, just to make it easier for you. That way we can get it through and get it done.
Yeah.
Are you trying to make it independent or in the actual D&D? Oh wait, no, it's a different thing. Never mind.
No, so
those members only. That's weird.
Yeah. I mean, again, I'm probably gonna make them on my phone and then just hand put in all the stats.
That should be fine because, like I said, the D&D Beyond and Roll20 stuff, we're not really going to use that. We're not. Most of that's just going to be for organizational purposes for anybody who really needs it, but all of this is going to be done more traditional style.
I mean,
so
it's
basically,
a good idea to post like character sheets and shit like that as we level up and everything.
No, yeah,
shit to share.
Yeah, we can do that. Like I said, that's most of what we're going to use it for, but we're not going to really use it extensively for any of the other affections.
Yeah.
So you want to know about our characters?
I'll let Oda go first because mine takes a while.
Yeah, mine's actually a very interesting concept, and all the depth I'm hiding.
Giggity.
He's a simple storyteller. Is a half-dragon bard. He's a simple storyteller, out seeking new stories and new adventures, helping when he can, smiting those who deserve it, with a quick wit and an insult to your mother.
And an insult to your mother.
Your mama's so fat, I thought she was a dam up the creek.
Your mama's so fat, she used the equator as a belt.
Oh!
Your mama's so ugly, the abyss called and asked her to put a mask on.
Your mama's so ugly, even Cthulhu said, "Fuck no."
Your mama's so stupid. She went into a church. She went into a church of Cornelian and asked where Loth was.
I don't even know where to go with that.
Oh God!
I don't even understand that joke.
Basically, Cornelia and Loth hate each other as biblically possible as you ever could. Like if you were a cleric of Cornelia and you were caught by a follower of Loth, it would be an extra special ritual to sacrifice you.
We'll have to see whether or not those gods actually exist in the world.
So I was thinking about something. Oh, go ahead, Oda.
Oh, no, I was gonna say whether they exist or not doesn't change the followers hate each other as much as their gods do.
No, whether they exist, whether or not their followers even exist in this world.
It was just the first thing that popped in my head.
So a lot of the D&D homebrew classes on D&D Beyond, we're talking about Squirrel Folk being a Fae race, which would make a lot of sense about the whole world tree and Carousel's ancestry and all that shit.
Yeah.
So that could be why there's not a lot of Squirrel Folk out there, because they're in the Fae lands.
They're not. They're not in these lands. Yeah, that makes sense.
Correct. So, I mean, I wasn't really wanting to play the Fae style of Squirrel Folk, but I mean, narratively, it makes more sense.
I mean, we don't have to play. Oh. Yeah.
What?
You're a ranger, right?
Yeah, Beastmaster Ranger.
Oh, Beastmaster. Okay, never mind them.
Yeah.
There's a Fae version of the ranger.
Yeah, no, he's a, so, fuck it. One of my characters, because I am playing two, is Carousel Ratataskin, who is a Squirrel Folk Beastmaster Ranger. If you tune into the podcast, other stuff will be revealed about his ancestry. But he doesn't like being part of his family and wants to make his own name in the world. So he came over from the world tree with his animal. Gonna call him Ratata. You might piss off the second character if you do that. Fuck, where was I? Oh, Carousel is a Beastmaster Ranger whose beast companion is a little unorthodox because my can I call him Rocket? Fuck you. He's not a raccoon.
He's a rodent.
The second character that I'm playing is Sapphirnus Strongclaw, which is a Sapphire Gem Dragonborn, who is a homebrew class called Ruffian with the subclass of Brawler. So punching, lots of punching, and through a series of events that were put into motion by Sapphirnus, Carousel's beast companion died, so now Sapphirnus is duty bound by his own rules to protect Carousel.
Okay. Now
should be fun.
Oh yeah. And for those of you who want to be a little more, who might be familiar with it, the setting of the world that we're doing this D&D campaign, this D&D podcast campaign, is going to be based in Dragonlance, which originally I thought was written by Salvatore, but it's not, thankfully. It's actually a conglomerate between 3 different D&D writers that created a world separate of the Forgotten Realms. Because interestingly enough, the 3 main worlds in D&D that are known, there's Erebor, actually 4 technically, because there's Erebor, Greyhawk, Forgotten Realms, and Dragonlance.
I've never done anything in Greyhawk. I've never even heard of it.
Greyhawk came in like 3rd edition, I think, but it's a weird thing. Greyhawk's weird. That's
why I've only ever played 5th.
Yeah. So Greyhawk's not really one that I'm too familiar with either, but there's Erebon, which essentially Erebon is the world where the old gods won the battle of the Celestials. The Forgotten Realms is essentially where the new gods won the war of the Celestials, and Dragonlance is the world where the dragon gods won the war of the Celestials.
Stupid question. Where does Eberron fit into this?
Like I said, Eberron is where the old gods won.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Eberron is where the original gods that essentially gave way to the new gods subjugated the new gods and the dragon gods to be the epitome of the pantheon. He's pretty much
Eberron's also the
the
steampunk world.
Yes, Eberron is the world that has the most amount of technological advancements.
Electricity, gunpowder,
Robots.
clockwork, everything.
Mm-hmm. Whereas the Forgotten Realms is where it's more magic ruled. The Fey realms are converging in the sense. So there's more of that.
Lord of the Rings style.
Yeah. But there's still some steampunk there, not as much. And then you've got the Dragonlance world, which is essentially a mix of both. There is Magitech. There is a lot of steampunk influence as well as magic influence, which is very different comparative.
I've never done anything in Dragonlance. I've only ever played in the Forgotten Realms.
I am back.
Oh, welcome back. Yeah.
You know, you left.
Apparently, I think we got that whole we were frozen to him thing again. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Even like the stream froze.
Cock's gun. That's the butt.
That's the.
So where are you gonna put that cock gun?
And please tell me it's like the first South Park video game on N64 where you're shooting eggs out of a turkey's ass.
I was actually thinking of Wild Wild West.
I was kind of thinking more of the gun that what's his name? I forgot the name of the dad in Rick and Morty. Jerry, yeah. I was more thinking about the gun that Jerry used that was actually supposed to be his replacement penis.
I would love to play a campaign in Eberron just once.
In Eberron, I mean, I could think of. You know what? I will keep that in mind. I
will make a suggestion for you, Faja, if this is going to be like a very long-term project. Plan to swap DMing.
Yeah.
So that you don't go insane.
But I like going insane.
Insane.
Not the burn out and hate us kind of insane.
Oh no, that's not. I know. I'm used to being a forever DM, so there's that too.
Yeah, but I mean,
also, the other DMs in the group, you know, most of us, are also offering to let you play.
I think all of us are DMs.
Yes, there's not a single person in this campaign that has not had experience DMing. Even Tentacle Motorsports DMs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, what we could always do, again, my main reference is the Adventure Zone.
Mm-hmm.
Griffin was the DM for the first and second campaigns. Granted, the first campaign was 6 arcs altogether.
Mm-hmm.
So he did a lot of DMing. And then slowly his other brothers and his dad took over, even if it was just like small little basic 4-episode one-shots, just to give Griffin a break. And then the other 2 brothers have actually run full-on campaigns, not in the same universe, but what we could always do if this is a long-term, like multi-campaign universe, like kind of what I'm building. You could always DM one, have one or two of us run small one-shots, and then you DM the next one until we're done with that story, or we could break it up with full campaigns in between and come back to the original storyline.
I mean, that could be, that was something that I was kind of hoping we could consider doing, because yes, that it'd be nice to have breaks in between.
Yeah, that way also, because I know for a fact that when you're DMing, you get chomping at the bit to play.
Yeah. Now, the only thing is we're all DMs. We all have our own house rules and ways of DMing. So
We would all follow Fajr's rules would be the proper way of doing it.
Well, no,
His
only
house-
only when I'm DMing,
No.
but when someone else is
No, I was
DMing.
gonna say, at least for me, this is how we did it. If we stay in the same universe, it's your table,
Mhm.
it's your rules. We're just taking turns telling stories in it. If we do our own worlds with new characters, then okay, change up the rules. But I don't think one group of characters should be beholden to different rule sets.
no. That's why I was saying we break up the say Faja has like 5 campaigns ready. We break up his 5 campaign story with our own shit in between each campaign that doesn't lead back to his stuff. So that way we don't have to worry about crossing over rules.
Or it could be like allusions to like things that happen to the side.
And we could do that too.
For one shots, yeah. But no, like that's all something that we can come up with as we get closer to the end of the campaign. And the other thing that if we do end up swapping DMs, we are all gonna have to be wary about. This isn't like an at-home campaign type of thing. We are gonna be pushing content together so that way it can be told in a story on a podcast, not ran through like a normal campaign.
And that is the one
kind of
like main understanding that everybody that's going to be part of this campaign needs to have. That it can't be derailed for the sake of, oh, my character would do this. It can't be that. It has to be moving forward for the sake of the story, as well as character development, and the like, and for entertainment and entertainment purposes.
I was actually going to say, but what happens if the derailment's entertainment?
Well, I mean, there's gonna be comedic derailment because.
But there has to be a reign for that. There has to be time and place for that. It has to be an understanding that we can't bootleg this.
Oh, no. I was thinking, like, okay, we're in between stories, and I sit there, like, I'm the person who will take a random thing you say and actually make you create a detour side quest based upon the insanity my character comes up with because you gave me a thread for my ADHD to go down.
That's something that you're going to need to consider reining in because of the fact that we have a story to follow.
But my point is, that's for you to indulge. If you don't indulge it, nothing happens. That's my point. It's one of those things where if you want to go down that rabbit hole, you can let me. If you don't want me to, well, there's nothing happening. It's one of those type deals.
Right.
Like he starts walking in that direction and the meteor lands 5 feet in front of him. Nope, not going that way.
Like, does that person look like, does that little girl seem like she's in distress? No. Okay, leave her alone. Yes, I'm going to go help her. That type of thing.
Okay, that's nothing.
My character has a soft spot for kids.
I don't know if you understand what I mean by derailment then.
Oh, I will follow them all the way home and kick the crap out of Dad and find her a new place to live.
No, he's talking more derailment of like I have a perfect TikTok story that I saw. A dude was playing with a campaign with another guy who he had never played with before.
Yeah.
His bard, I think it was, used feign death. Yeah, it was a bard who used loots and shit like that. Used feign death to trick the bad guy. Well, the guy who he had never played with decided because he was a Kinku rogue to cut off his hands and eat him while he was feigning death. So the bard could no longer use his instruments. And then because the bard, and when he asked why, he's like, oh, because that's what my character would do.
I'm sorry, I would never even consider doing anything remotely like that.
Yeah,
the guy was just an asshole because like it goes on to where like the bard could no longer do anything with any of his stuff. So the DM gave him an NPC out with the NPC willing to kill him and take him to heaven because they were stuck in hell. And he's like, okay, cool. So he takes the out. So the DM gave the bard a way out to go to heaven because they were stuck in hell. So the asshole Kenku rogue was like, nope, I resurrect him and then kill him so I can actually kill him. That's the kind of derailment that.
Okay, I was thinking story derailment, like following a story path that he didn't intend. I'm not talking about sabotaging other people and trying to. What the dumb.
Oh no, that's the derailment that I'm talking about, because taking the story down.
I never considered that.
Yeah, because taking the story down a different route that would add to your development as a character. Fuck yeah, I'm for that. I'm just talking about, let's not sabotage other characters here.
No. The only thing my butt's gonna do, and that's just because it's my character's role, is I'm gonna go, hey, compliment her butt, dude. You have inspiration.
Yeah, see this
You got brospiration.
inspiration.
My character's the ultimate wingman. On the wings of the dragon.
I fucking love it. Oh, that's amazing.
That's the type of stuff I do. It's like, yeah, I'm giving you inspiration so that you don't die.
See, we're okay with that. Like I said, I was talking more like bootlegging it up and,
See, I guess the thing is, because I'm not that type of human and it's so foreign to my mindscape, I never even considered it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, again, so like, I know I've said it before. If you,
3 minutes, by the way.
Yeah, if you get a free minute, listen to like the first couple episodes of the Adventure Zone, and you'll see the way I play D&D.
But I don't know of any way of explaining how I do it. It's literally controlled chaos having fun.
Once while playing a Dragonborn Paladin, I said, "Hey, baby, ever have your asshole licked by a dragon to a woman?" Really? You're gonna quote Jay right there? You're gonna quote Jay?
Oh my.
Hey, baby, ever have your asshole licked by a fat man in an overcoat?
Okay, then.
I love Jay and Silent Bob. But this is a good place to end this particular episode of Punchy
Really?
Goofs.
That's the place to end.
That's the place to end it.
Talking about licking a woman's asshole.
Uh-huh. Yep, it felt appropriate. It definitely felt appropriate. Alrighty then, everybody. Thank you all so much for joining me for another awesome Bunch of Goofs podcast livecast here on Twitch, which will be edited and be posted onto Spotify and YouTube in the future. I'm just working on building a backlog so that I have enough episodes to start posting them regularly. Either way, thank you so much. Thank you, Chef. Thank you, Oda. Remember to stick around because we're going to have that conversation about the campaign. And, Guys of Age, join us as well. And y'all here on TikTok, I'll see you later. Oh, God, you guys are doing the creepy wave.
Well, everybody, that's the end of today's episode of Bunch of Goofs. I hope you enjoyed, and of course, let's say thank you to our cast, Agent Fasha Gamer, Audacia, and Hey, I'm Chef. Thank you so much, I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.